Messianic Aleph Scriptures, Genesis 5. This is the book of the generations of Adam. On the day that Elohim created man, in the likeness of Elohim he made Elatov him. Male and female he created Elatov them, and blessed them, and called Elatov their name Adam, mankind or human being, in the day when they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and became the father of a son like himself in his image, and called Elatov his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he became the father of Elatov Seth were 800 years. He became the father of sons and daughters, and all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Seth lived 105 years, and became the father of Elatov Enos, same as Enosh mortal. And Seth lived after he became the father of Elatov Enos 807 years, became the father of sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enos lived 90 years, and became the father of Elatov Canaan and Sarah. And Enos lived after he became the father of Elatov Canaan 815 years, and gave birth to sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years, and became the father of Elatov Mahalalel, blessed Elohim. And Canaan lived after he became the father of Elatov Mahalalel 840 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalalel lived 65 years, and became the father of Elatov Jared, will come down. And Mahalalel lived after he became the father of Elatov Jared 830 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years, and became the father of Elatov Enoch teaching. And Jared lived after became the father of Elatov Enoch 800 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 65 years, and became the father of Elatov Methuselah, his death will bring. And walked Enoch with Elohim after he became the father of Elatov Methuselah 300 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And walked Enoch with Elatov Elohim, and then he was not there because Elatov took him. And Methuselah lived 187 years, and became the father of Elatov Lamech the despairing. And Methuselah lived after he became the father of Elatov Lamech 782 years, became the father of sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years, and became the father of a son. And he called Elatov his name Noah, comfort, rest, saying, This one will comfort us in our labor and the hard work we do with our hands, because the ground Jehovah has cursed. And Lamech lived after he became the father of Elatov Noah 595 years, became the father of sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah became a father to Elatov Shem, fame/base, Elatov Ham, hot, Elatov, and Japheth, expansion. Note, there is a hidden gospel message in the meaning and birth order of the names given to Adam through Noah. Adam equals man, Seth equals appointed, Enosh equals mortal, Canaan equals sorrow, Mahalalel equals the blessed Elohim, Jared equals will come down, Enoch equals teaching, Methuselah equals his death will bring, Lamech equals despairing, and Noah equals comfort or rest. The prophetic message should read, Man is appointed, mortal, sorrow, but the blessed Elohim will come down, teaching that his death will bring the despairing comfort and rest. Brenton Septuagint, Genesis 5. This is a genealogy of men in the day in which God made Adam. In the image of God he made him. Male and female he made them, and blessed them, and he called his name Adam in the day in which he made them. And Adam lived 230 years, and begot a son after his own form and after his own image, and he called his name Seth. And the days of Adam which he lived after his begetting Seth were 700 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Adam which he lived were 930 years, and he died. Now Seth lived 205 years, and begot Enos. And Seth lived after his begetting Enos 707 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enos lived 190 years, and he begot Canaan. And Enos lived after his begetting Canaan 715 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 170 years, and he begot Mahalalel. And Canaan lived after his begetting Mahalalel 740 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalalel lived 165 years, and he begot Jared. And Mahalalel lived after his begetting Jared 730 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years, and begot Enoch. And Jared lived after his begetting Enoch 800 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 165 years, and begot Methuselah. And Enoch was well pleasing to God after his begetting Methuselah 200 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch was well pleasing to God, and was not found, because God translated him. And Methuselah lived 167 years, and begot Lamech. And Methuselah lived after his begetting Lamech 802 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah which he lived were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 188 years, and begot a son. And he called his name Noah, saying, This one will cause us to cease from our work, and from the toil of our hands, and from the earth which the Lord God has cursed. And Lamech lived after his begetting Noah 565 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 753, and he died. Targum Onkelos, Genesis 5. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that the Lord God created man, in the resemblance of Elohim he made him. Male and female he created them, and he blessed them, and called their name man, and in the day that they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and he begat in his resemblance one who was like to himself, and he called his name Sheth. The days of Adam after he had begotten Sheth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Adam which he lived were 930 years, and he died. And Sheth lived 105 years, and begat Enosh. And Sheth lived after he begot Enosh 807 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Sheth were 912 years, and he died. And Enosh lived 90 years, and he begat Canaan. And Enosh lived after he had begotten Canaan 815 years, and he begat sons and daughters. All the days of Enosh were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years, and begat Mahalalel. And Canaan lived after he begat Mahalalel 840 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years, and begat Jared. And Mahalalel lived after he had begotten Jared 830 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years, and begat Enoch. And Jared lived after he had begotten Enoch 800 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 65 years, and begat Methuselah. And Enoch walked in the fear of the Lord after he begot Methuselah 300 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked in the fear of the Lord, and he was not, for the Lord had not made him to die. Methuselah lived 187 years, and begat Lamech. Methuselah lived after he begot Lamech 782 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years, and begat a son. And he called his name Noach, saying, This shall console us from the work, and from the labor of our hands from the earth which the Lord hath cursed. And Lamech lived after he had begotten Noach 595 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noach was a son of 500 years. And Noach begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Cepher Bible, Genesis 5. This is the Cepher of the generations of Adam. In the days that Elohim created man, in the likeness of Elohim made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and begat a son in his own likeness after his image, and called his name Sheth. And the days of Adam after he had begotten Sheth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Sheth lived 105 years, and begat Enosh. And Sheth lived after he begat Enosh 807 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Sheth were 912 years, and he died. And Enosh lived 90 years, and begat Quainan. And Enosh lived after he begat Quainan 815 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enosh were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years, and begat Mahalalel. And Canaan lived after he begat Mahalalel 840 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Quainan were 910 years, and he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years and begat Yered. Mahalalel lived after he begat Yered 830 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Yered lived 162 years, and begat Canach. And Yered lived after he begat Canach 800 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Yered were 962 years, and he died. And Canach lived 65 years and begat Methuselah. And Canach walked with Elohim after he begat Methuselah 300 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Canach were 365 years. And Canach walked with Elohim, and he was not, for Elohim took him. Methuselah lived 187 years and begat Lamech. Methuselah lived after he begat Lamech 782 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years, and begat a son. And he called his name Noach, saying, This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which Yahuwah has cursed. And Lamech lived after he begat Noach 595 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noach was 500 years old, and Noach begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth.